It's Jupiter Day. I am Teresa Phelps Martin coming to you live from the very light-filled space of my home. And we've got fire and air, and I'll tell you right now, it lights me up. So, are you ready? I am going to just go for it because I'm a Gemini, and I'm a mutable air sign, and although I love things to be in order and move slow and have their place in time, I love being busy. Anybody else? So I have all these different things circulating. Obviously I'm a mom, and I'm committed to redoing my website, so I'm getting all of that organized, and I have deadlines, and my parents have recently moved here, and now my in-laws are going to be moving here, and so really, really big, major things that remind us that we're alive and we get to live. So today's theme is sacred vitality. And so everybody has like a connection to their vitality, right? Like their inner essence. Like my dog Lulu here, whose little white paws are black right now because she's been digging in our mulch. But she has vitality, except for what happens is that it can get depleted. It can get like sucked out of us. It can get unconsciously entangled with others where, like, has this ever happened to you? You've been around somebody and you adore them and you care about them, but then like you're not yourself. You end up acting like somebody else. So this is just an unconscious energy that shows up, okay? But what we want to do is become conscious of our inner workings and recognize that we're sacred and choose. This is so essential. If there's one major, there's two major things I took from grad school. One is that I had a trauma timeline and have been living with complex PTSD for most of my life. The other thing is reality therapy, choice theory. And it has evidence-based practices. Everybody has the ability to choose, and becoming conscious of ourselves, of our sacred nature, our deep essence, and tending to it, right? This is the sacred self-care. Tending to our vitality by committing to show up for ourselves, because then we show up for each other. So, hello, fire and air. That means we have this initiatory fire. Like what allows us to come alive? What gives breath? How do you recognize your own resilience, your own potential, your own ability to say, here I am, and identify with yourself and bring that forward with this like sociable, mutable, adaptable intellect, relationship, connection, messaging, talking. So I've talked enough. I really gave myself a limit today. That's why I just went for it. And I didn't say hello to all of you who are here, and so on and so forth. So let's do it. We are going to start standing. We are in the, it'll be a challenging weekend because there's a square, and the way we lead, okay? So this I want to come alive, and I want freedom, and I want to enjoy, and then we're going to feel emotional, and some people are going to be cranky. So whenever you feel emotional, you're not crazy. It's just this time to say, you know what? I need to take care of myself. But right now, we're in this sweetness. We're in this ease. So let's flow. And it will be dynamic. So see, I have a block on my mat. You might want to block or just have support nearby, okay? So let's make it happen. standing on our own 2 feet. Here we go. And as you stand on your feet, you're going to bring your hands. I like to rest my hands on my heart. You might want to bring your hands together. Whichever one serves you, honor that. Ground into the earth, bend your knees, pull into the core, find the length, right? So we're going to deal with the heart today, this thoracic area too, so that we can really stoke the essence of our existence with that sacred connection and feel the expansive opportunity to come alive. 5 breaths, appreciating the space and time, breathing into the container of your highest self, integrating it into this moment right here, knowing that what is available to you may be hidden, but opening yourself and allowing yourself to meet and care for the layers of yourself in this very moment. Notice where you're tight, where you're feeling the contraction, and how can you choose to allow the expansion of your own vitality, your sacred essence, this part of you that is the spark, the flame of your true self. Invoking the breath, let the hands relax down. Inhale the arms wide, sweep them up overhead. And we're just gonna get into this rhythm of feeling the expansion, but also the connection. Okay, so inhale, arms go wide, sweeping them up overhead, and exhale straight through the midline. Feeling 5, 5's our number, okay? And 5 is always gonna probably be a major number when you see that flame, because it is the energy of transformation. Feel the connection to you and your breath. Inhale the arms up overhead. You're gonna pull into the center, rise up onto the balls of the feet, knees come together, arms move forward, draw into the core. 5 breaths here. Plug the arms in, draw in. Heels are gonna lift up as high as they can go. So really plugging into that depth. I told you we were just gonna go for it. Feeling the heat and the warmth that greets you when you engage. Ground the heels down, move the knees apart. Left elbow, right knee, big breath in, big breath out. Inhale back through the center, draw into the core, heels rise up, knees come together. Sit a little deeper. Okay, it's an awkward pose, yep. And then knees come apart, heels ground down, right elbow to the left knee. So thighs are parallel. Watch that right knee popping forward. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Inhale, come back through the center, plug in, heels lift. You don't have to bring the knees together, but just squeeze to that center line. And the knees apart, heels root. We're doing it 5 times. Left elbow, right knee. Inhale through the center, draw in, heels rise up, pull into the core, knees apart, heels ground, right elbow, left knee. Inhale through the center, plug in, heels rise, hug in, and then apart, down, ground, twist. Inhale back through the center, heels rise, knees come together, pull into the core. Melt down, laugh. It's not about perfection. It's just about knowing yourself. Heels lift, last time, right? To the right. I'm totally losing it, so I'm not going to talk. Knees apart, heels ground. Left elbow, I think this is 5. Inhale, back through the center, pull in. Heels up, knees sit deeper. Oh yeah, knees apart, heels ground. Left elbow. Inhale back to the center. This time, heels come apart as far as you need to. Ground into the earth. Balasana. Elbows to your knees. Draw into the core. Lift through the heart. Deep full breath in. And a deep full breath out. And just feel how much that energy pulled you up. So we're going to move back down. Come seated. Knees come together. Hands to your shins. Exhale, round the back. Inhale, rise up. 5 times here. Just getting that spine loose. Pull the belly back. Shoulders move apart. Inhale, lift. Feeling the connection back to your breath. Inhale, rise all the way up. Now, as you're up, feet are going to move over to the left. Find length through the spine, twist to the right. So, grounded, ribs are drawing in. Notice one thing I've really become aware of is how much my ribs slide to the side. So draw the rib cage in, draw into the core, shoulders drawn to the back. Right, so just keep your hand instead of your knee to your waistline, drawing in. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. We're going to inhale through the center. Pigeon pose, but we're going to go up high in our pigeon. Draw in. Tuck the back toes under. Find that length. So hip points, rib cage. Core is drawing in. Heart is expansive. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Do what you like with your arms. And then exhale, hands to the earth. Back knee's gonna lift. You're gonna pull into your belly. What is that? Right leg's lifted. Pivot the left heel. Right foot lifts up and over to the left corner. Stretch the arms by your ear. Feel the opening. Drawing in. So draw that right foot in. And then as you exhale, left hand comes down, right leg lifts. Lift it up to the sky, so it's just a one-legged dog. And then as you exhale, draw the knee into the heart, bend both knees. Right foot's lifted, lift through the inner thigh, bend the left knee, shoulders are even. Exhale, draw into the core. Inhale, leg lifts, knees are bent. Draw in. Feeling the rhythm of your breath. Awakening the vitality, so yes, fire and air, it gets big. But what we want to do is trust in ourselves. Trust in that sacred essence. Step the foot all the way through to a lunge. Legs hug towards one another. Inhale, just like pigeon pose. Find the height of that lunge. Find that sweetness. Shoulders drawn to the back. And watch the ribcage opening up. Left elbow, right knee. Palm stack. Opening, expanding. I know it's a little intense. Draw into the left waistline. Step the left foot forward. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Inhale, come back to the center. Heels move apart. Exhale into that squat. Find the breath and the connection to your center. So fire and air is a really great place to feel the horizon. Close your eyes. Feel the beat of the heart, grounding and expanding. Out the horizon, up and down. And then come seated, hips to the earth, knock the block over, hands to your shins. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift up. So just 5 pulses here, clearing out. Right, finding the connection to your deeper strength. Awakening to all that is available to you. And knowing that the more you engage, right, getting that heart to beat, to wake up. Now here's the deal. We could be exacerbating. If you're really sensitive to that fire, you're like, that's what you crave. You can actually blow the fire out. Feet go over to the right. So you want to find the ribs, right? We're not pushing the right hip down. We're not turning too far in. There's a balance of energy. Pull into the center. Draw into the core, rib. So find how much the rib cage tilts to one side. Right hand to your heart, left hand behind you, or right hand to that rib cage. Drawing in, shoulders to the back. Lift through the heart. Now if you're catching here, you need to turn the thigh in more. Inhale, come back through the center, going to pigeon, a high pigeon, back toes tuck, knees pull together, pull in. So get height, get volume. Feel that royal energy, that opportunity to live and be a participant of this life, of this ability to come back to life when we go into dark, contracted places. We feel limited in pain or mind or by other people's unfortunate choices. I know I shouldn't judge, but when we can learn to feel the magnificence within, we can live from this place. One more breath. And then exhale, hands to the earth. Back knee lifts. You gotta plug in. Make the connection, knee to the heart. Left foot up and over to the outside edge of the right hand. Right foot ground, right? Find that length. So instead of your foot sliding out, pull in, shoulders drawn to the back. Remember those ribs? Draw the ribs in, stretch the arm by your ear. Breathing into it all. And then exhale the hands to the earth. Spin the heel up. Adjust your hands. Left leg goes high, right? So it's not an open hip. Everything square, hips and shoulders. Left knee to the heart, really pull into the belly. Keep the belly lifted, bend both knees. Inhale, drawing in. Exhale, knees expand apart. So you feel the contraction here, and there's still the expansion. Pulsing, connecting, breathing, allowing. So much, right? Step the foot all the way through. High lunge. So don't get caught up in the momentum where you lose your ground, right? Even though I'm focused on the ability to dance with that great fire, we don't want to get so carried away that we don't know where we're landing. So all the elements work at the same time. Hug into the midline. Lunge into the front knee. Feel that connection. Find that length, the volume of you, and then exhale. Right elbow, left knee. Pulling in, making the connection to your core, back thigh bones pulling in. Breathing into all of it. And we're going to step it forward. Foot comes forward, both feet are grounded. Draw into the core. Enjoy the twist. Inhale all the way back through the center. Feet together or apart. Exhale into Malasana. You might even have an idea of where we're going. Breathe all the way in and breathe all the way out. Now, here we go. We're going to go all the way to the earth. Grab your block, come seated all the way down. Block comes in between your knees. Ribs are drawing in, so there's hugging the outer hips in, rib cage is drawing in. Arms stretch out from your shoulders like a T. Circle the ankles, wiggle the toes. So this is yoga, right? Our heart is beating. Maybe mine's beating more because I'm talking through it all. But you want to draw in. So our heart rate came up, but now we're coming to the earth. So watch how it can fluctuate. This is the gift of yoga, is helping the body understand how to hit the peak, but also restore and return to, because that's the dance of vitality, right? We can't just live on a high every day, all day. We're gonna crash, but we can actually, it's not so much crash and burn as it is like, okay, hit the peak, it's waning, Now it's time to restore. Arms go out to the shoulders. Hug into a block. If you don't have one, just squeeze your legs together. Draw in. Knees go up and over to the left. Pause here. Hug, 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 hug. Inhale through the center. Knees go up and over to the right. Pause here. Hug and breathe. Inhale through the center. Exhale over to the left. We're just going to go 5. Inhale through the center. Exhale over. So that's 2. Do the next 3 on your own. Inhale, come back through the center. Feet come to the earth. Have that block nearby. Arms stretch up overhead. Feet ground down. Draw the shoulders and throats open. Inhale your hips up. Okay, you can, why do I have the block? You don't need the block. Have it out of the way. Bring your arms by your sides. Shoulders drawn. Your elbows can stay bent. If you need the strength to keep the arms integrated, it's fine. Draw into the core. I did this with my daughter the other day. It's kind of funny. So you're going to exhale, hips come down. I guess you could use a block so you don't have to travel as far. Inhale, rise up. Okay. Right foot comes to the midline. Draw in. Left foot lifts. You don't have to straighten the leg. The knee can be bent. Exhale the hips to the ground. Inhale, lift up. Left foot comes down to the midline. Pause, realign, exhale, both hips go down. Inhale, rise up. Left foot to the midline, anchor. Right leg goes up. You could also do it with a bent knee. Draw into the belly, exhale, hips come down. Inhale, rise up, foot to the earth. Yes, we're doing 5 rounds. You're just pivoting back and forth. Leg lifts, anchor. Keep the heart lifted, move from the core. Inhale, lift, foot to the earth. Oops, come all the way to the ground. Inhale, rise. So why sacred vitality? Melt, inhale, lift, because we're making sure we're pausing. Like even I'm getting caught in the momentum. It's kind of like people who just talk. They're usually talking around what they're avoiding wanting to feel. Leg lifts, that was me for a long time. Hips come down. Inhale, rise, because they get caught up in it, right? The reason why Geminis get a bad rap is because they deliver the message, not always eloquently. I think I just did it again. Both feet to the earth. We have one last side, but they can see both sides, right? But they can talk so much, they don't listen. Left leg lifts, melt, elevate, ground, reset, re-expand. Last one, right leg lifts, anchor, rise, both feet to the earth. Here we are, both feet to the earth. Enjoy your breath, the connection. Hips come to the earth, arms go wide, knees roll over to the right. Inhale through the center, knees roll over to the left. Inhale back through the center. You're gonna either roll over to one side or you're gonna rock up. We're all gonna find boat pose. Once you come up, pull in, rise up, enjoy the breath. Deep inhale in, deep exhale out. Anchor the feet, hands are gonna cut, you gotta move back a little bit. I know, sometimes I talk so fast I mumble. You need to move back a little bit. Hands ground down, shoulders drawn to the back. Feel the lift in the heart, your core, this opening. Inhale your hips up. It's up to you. We haven't even done downward dog, and we haven't even done plank pose, so just check in. You can stay here, knees bent, or stretch the legs out. Draw into the core, opening up. 5 breaths here. After to 5 breaths. Bend the knees. Move the feet apart if need be. Walk your hands to your feet. Come into squat pose again, okay? Finding that connection. We are going to draw in, get really, really low, because we're in this place of being kind of in seed form, that we're really, it's time to plant those seeds, to choose what it is we want to plant in our own life. Draw in, arms come back, hands ground down. You're going to lean forward, one foot, maybe just one foot, maybe both feet. Oh, yeah, my hip says not a chance. So there we go. Stay in crow pose if you like. Do it 5 more times if you like. Otherwise, come back into malasana. And if malasana is not good for you, come to fierce pose. That's where my body says to go. I'm still healing my left hip. So even though I could get off the ground, it was a very clear message of not yet. Because I'm going to choose not at the moment to stay in crow pose. You're either doing 5 breaths in crow or 5 crows, or staying in malasana or joining me in fierce pose. We'll all come here. Even though I could get the instant gratification, I want to be able to do this. I want to sustain. And so we'll look at how I'm holding myself. Draw in, shoulders drawn to the back. If you haven't, come into fierce pose. Stand into the earth, and then inhale, rise. Deep breath in, and then deep breath out. Feel the triumph of just showing up. Hands to your own heart. Breathing into the depths of that beat of your heart. The dynamic nature, air and fire complement each other. They create movement, excitement, enthusiasm, inspiration. They have perspective. They can see the bigger picture, and they can take action. They just go for it because they trust in it so deeply. And it makes the earth and water scared as crap because they're not sure they've thought it all the way through. Big inhale in. Exhale, release the hands. Clasp the hands behind you. Shoulders drawn to your back. So feel the lift. We're going to bend the knees. Right foot's going to step just enough forward. You're going to shift shoulders to the back. Pull into the core if you can. I don't know if I can. Pull into the core. Into warrior 3. Feel that strength and full-on connection. Deep breath in and a deep breath out. You're going to bend the knee, go into warrior 1. Hands are tied though. Right, back heel grounds, drawn to the core. Find the length, open the heart. Draw into that center. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Turn, quarter turn. Feet turn wide. Exhale into that squat. Watch the head, watch the shoulders. Anchor the tail. Free the arms. Big inhale. Arms are overhead. Sit deeper. 5 breaths. Exhale the hands to the earth. Turn your toes in, heels out. Exhale, bow, so we can finally get our inner thighs, right? We've done our quads and our outer hips. Now it's for the inner thighs. Find length if you like. Head to the earth, shoulders drawn to the back. Maybe your feet come off the ground. Maybe not. Mine aren't. Right? Deep breath in. Deep breath out. You're either 5 breaths in Shirshasana. Tripod is your jam. Just really be clear of your choice. Don't get carried away by the energy, but stay steady in the presence of your vitality. Long term, how is this going to serve you? And if the feet are off the ground, bring them back to the earth. Inhale, find length in the spine. You're gonna ground the feet into the earth. Inhale, rise up. Right foot turns out. Warrior three. So draw the sides of the waist in. Bottom of the heart. Right, that fire is stoked. So we can feel the expansion in the upper body. 5 breaths here. And then exhale. Heel toe the foot in. Maybe you need that block that I didn't put in a good spot for you. Inhale, come into half moon pose. Feel the breath, the connection to the container of you. You're on the horizon, but you're still connected to the vertical. If you're steady, which I really am not, but I'm still gonna offer it. If you're steady and you can feel that, kick the left foot towards the ground, hug the outer hips in, and lift the right hand up off the earth. Breathe into it. The great offering of your vitality. And then you're gonna exhale back. Downward dog, but the right leg's gonna go to the sky. Bend the knee, open the hip up. Draw into the core. Gracious breath in. Sweet old breath out. Exhale, step that foot through to a lunge. Step the other foot forward, bow. Ground into the earth. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to the center. Both feet are on the ground. You can feel the blood circulating, the heart beating. Breathe into the depths of yourself, into both lungs, into the back of the heart. Exhale, release the hands, clasp. So I'm not as far back on the mat, so you don't have to step forward. I actually have to step back so I don't run into the window. The left foot's gonna step forward, so bend the knees. Hands clasp, switch the clasp of your hands. Hands clasp, shoulders drawn to the back. Ground into that left foot, pull into the waistline, and shift. Warrior three. Isn't that wild? Stay with the breath. The connection to you. And then step it back, ground into the earth. Open the heart. Deep breath in. Just steady, steady, steady. Nothing wild and crazy, right? Inhale, straighten the leg. Turn. Feet turn out. Exhale into that squat. So I love the story of Durga. I have Saraswati and Lakshmi in my house to represent the abundance and our sacred beauty. I've always been scared to bring in Kali or Durga because she is fierce. I think I've just learned to embrace the Durga quality. So here you are, right? Ready to take care of business. Feeling the strength, the connection. Stand into the earth. Inhale, rise up. Arms go wide. I guess we did clasp, didn't we? Feet turn in. Wide-legged forward bend. So check in here. If you went to headstand last time, I'm going to give you a different option. Always, as always, you are in charge of you. You are responsible for the way you are choosing to engage in this practice. Inhale, find length, okay? I'm gonna offer this up. You can left hand forward twist and then do the other side, right? This move. You can also just lean forward. Armpits come over the palms of the hands. Can you see me? Yeah. Armpits come over the palms of the hands. So the back sides of the arms are moving forward, okay? But not so much so that you're hyperextending the elbows. So that's the trick. You gotta wrap this energy down as you wrap this energy in. which I will confess I have really not been practicing until it came to me that it's really important for my shoulders. So here we are. You could do headstand again. You're gonna inhale up onto the balls of the feet, lean forward, melt the heart so you can come up to the tips of your toes, and then ground back down. I'm just gonna do 5 of those. You're pulling the energy, the vitality, the abundance from the earth all the way up into the heart center, and then just offering it. Right? Tips of your toes, tilting forward, anchoring back down. Working those feet so that we can still walk forward in our life. Total of 5. Ground into the earth. Inhale, rise up. Left foot turns out, Vira 2. Virabhadrasana 2. So check in. Hips are settled. Ribs drawing in. Feel that strength, the connection. Arms stretching wide. I want to take my sweatshirt off, but I'm not going to. Big, full breath in. Feel that hands grounding down, drawing in, connection to the horizon. Big, gracious breath in. And then we're going to go. Heel toe the back foot in. Shift the weight forward. And inhale, come up into your half moon. Ardha Chandrasana. Think about where that back foot is in space and time. Kick the right foot towards the ground. Draw into the core, and if you're steady, left hand comes to the heart. It doesn't have to. Stay with your breath. The connection to your vitality, your essence, expanding it into the world. And then exhale, hands come down. Right foot anchors, left leg lifts to the sky. Open up so you can clear. Deep, full breath in. Full breath out. And then exhale, foot steps forward through lunge. Don't come super far forward on your mat. Right foot steps forward. And bow. Ooh, I gotta be careful with my left hip. It's starting to tell me, don't you even think about doing anything else. So listen to your body. Feet ground down and bow. Inhale, find length. Bring the big toe mounds together. Lift the heels up. Come into a squat here. So knees hug together. Draw into the core. I'm going to turn and face you guys. Okay? Draw into the core. Pull into that midline. Pull into that center. You can just be here in the toe stand. Right? Knees forward, draw into the core. You can come here and find the length. Stay connected to your core strength. Yeah, I told you feet were waking up. Hug into that center. We're going to lean over into the right hands. Inhale the left arm up, and then exhale, elbow to the thigh. Big inhale in, deep breath out. Inhale, come up through the center. Here's the hard part. Pull in. You gotta hug into the midline, pull into the core. Inhale, both arms up, feel length. Left hand comes down, and then exhale, right elbow to your knee. Okay, so you're gonna do that as long as your feet will allow you. Inhale, rise up. Pull in, pull in, pull in. Lift up. Exhale, the hand comes down. Elbow to your thigh. Now, check in. Hands come down. They go wide. You're going to shift the weight forward. Elbows bend. Feet lift. Breathe into it for as long as you can. Then when you land, you come back. You exit the same way you entered. Draw in. Inhale, lift up. Big breath. Lift up, reach over. Elbow comes down, hands ground down. Hands root. Shift the weight. Draw in. Rise up. Stay with your breath. Come back to the earth. Ooh, yeah. Rise up. You want to go to each side again? I don't. You can see your heart. If you want to, go for it. Come all the way seated. Ah! Stretch your legs out, those sweet little feet. Stretch both legs out. Find length like nothing happened. Take note of all the different narratives going on internally. This mutable air energy, they are the narrators. So we have to choose, what story do we want to tell? Stories are full of plot twists. As a matter of fact, most people don't read stories unless there's a crisis and a plot. And there are characters, and there's a dance and the storyline between the light and the dark. So let's know that we're doing this practice to come alive and be mindful of the narrative we're contributing to, how we're differentiating, and what choosing intentionally, soulfully, mindfully, authentically, how we're going to move forward. Okay? Right foot comes in. We've done so much with the feet. Spine's long and lifted. Find length, bow. Bow in. Bow into the forward bend, that's yours. That supports you. That allows you to breathe into the back body. All this twisting we've been doing this month. Twists always show up when there's fire. Why? Because air rules the nervous system, right? So it warms up the system. And when the system is warm, we feel fuel. We get that rush of our adrenaline. However, we don't want adrenaline fatigue. You can always overdo it. You can indulge. That's why Jupiter's in the sky, and it's Jupiter day. So indulgence happens, right? You can seek pleasure out to such a point that you get lazy. Exhale all the way out, find length. Inhale, come up. We're going to do the other side, right? So finding yourself here, feeling that connection. It's crazy, it's totally in my back. Sorry, I'm being incredibly mindful of my own body. So as you're here, find length, which is weird because now I move forward, hinge forward, my hips fine. So bizarre. And you're just going to bow into the head to knee pose for yourself. Exhale out completely, find length. Inhale, come all the way up. Both legs are going to stretch out. Both hips are going to ground. Inner thighs move down, outer hips. So you need to be adaptable. It's so important to be adaptable, but that you don't want to be so adaptable that you lose the connection to your own essence. It's just, life is a divine paradox, and we work with the opposing energies, and that tension creates motivation. And when you know what motivates you, because you've consciously chosen, When you know what you value because you've consciously reflected and articulated, and then you know what kind of experience you're hungry for, you can narrate that out into the world. However, we also have to adapt as we initiate new things, and then we sustain those things that they're also going to dissolve. So we move fluidly, but we stay anchored, we stay grounded, we stay connected. Find length, exhale, Paschimottanasana. Now, we didn't do a bunch to open up the backs of the legs. So realize that and meet yourself where you are right here, right now. I don't care how many times you watch this one, Perry, since she is our sweet girl who probably does more yoga than any of us right now. You meet yourself where you are at the time of this experience, right? Because what motivates you, you're doing yoga. What do you value? I hope your own light. So that's going to determine the experience. Bow in. 5 breaths. The experience comes from the choices you make. So make good choices for your body, for your mind, for your heart, and for your soul. Yes, sweetie?
Can I have more strawberries?
More? Cheese stick.
No.
Peanut butter spoonful.
No.
You guys getting hungry?
I don't want too much.
2 jelly beans.
Yes.
Okay.
Mama, but can I not fix you, no?
Yep, I'm almost done.
Oh.
Close that door, please. Thank you, sweetie. I'm teaching yoga in my house because what motivates me is my children. It's important that I'm available to them right now in their life. What's that experience? Oh, it's been everything. It ain't perfection, but it is profound. Exhale out completely, find length. Inhale, come up. So that block, okay, good. You're gonna come lying down. If you want wheel pose, I don't really encourage going from a deep forward bend into wheel pose, but you know your body. So if your body's hungry for it, go for it. Otherwise, come lying down, knees to your chest. Relax the head. Come all the way to the earth. Left ankle to the right thigh. You can hold on to the leg. Just don't push the knee open.
Mom, did you say two jelly beans?
I said 2. Uno, dos.
Okay.
Thanks.
Second.
Thank you. They're little smooches of love. And then as you exhale for the left foot, draw the knee into your chest. Right? If otherwise you're doing wheel pose. There's no way I'm doing wheel pose today. I'm not going to create that. It'll take me over the edge. Hey, Lulu. She loves her Vivian. My dog loves the kids. Needs me, but loves the kids. Breathe. All of these interruptions are part of my vitality. They're part of my life. They're part of just how it is. And you guys are so kind to bear with it. Now here you are, knees into your chest. Relax, breathe, settle. If you did wheel pose, please come down. Find that block again. Feet to the earth. Ground in. Shoulders to your back. Inhale your hips up. And rest your hips on the block. So by the way, if you're like, oh, she's using blocks again and I don't have one, you just order one. Amazon will bring it right to your home, or you can call the studio and you find out if they're selling them. And these bugs. And you just go get one, right? You just go get it. They even have them at Target. They have them so many places. So here you are. So no excuses. You just have to take action. And hopefully our practice helps you take action that's aligned with your vitality, your sacred essence. Bridge pose. On a block, knees come in, feet lift up, supported shoulder stand. I do not call this legs up the wall. You are working way too hard. I call it supported shoulder stand. Throat's open, so you're not here with the chin to your chest, elbows wide. Throat is open, shoulder blades are drawing in, and there's connection. Bend the knees, feet to the earth. Breathe here. Inhale the hips up, move the block. Usually taking it behind your head means it'll be out of the way. Arms reach back, heels lift up, tail curls up, vertebrae by vertebrae, all the way back down. Tail releases, lift the belly, be expansive, and then settle. Legs walk out long. Bring the hands to the belly or to the heart, or one on the belly, one on the heart. Do the one that works for you. Move your arms to the point where they're comfortable. Stretch your legs out long. We're going to do 3-part breath. So you're going to inhale into your belly, into the middle part of the lungs, into the upper part of the chest. Pause. Exhale the upper part. Exhale the mid part. Exhale the belly. Inhale to the belly, to the middle, wide, to the upper chest. Pause. Exhale, upper, middle, belly. Next 3 on your own. One, that's Lulu singing to us. Let the breath be as you inhale and you exhale. Be intoxicated by the resilience of the season, the resilience of your own heart, your vitality, and the recognition and the reminder of not what did you accomplish, but rather what do you contain? What's that potential? What's the narrative to help you see your light and be your light and to bring it forward? Rest into the earth. Completely allow the body to settle and feel held. Feel the expansion that comes with each inhale and the expansion that comes with each exhale. Recognize the contraction, the limitation that your inhale does not go on forever. And as you exhale, the contraction or the limitation of the exhale, that there gets a point where you breathe in again. And all the while, the flame of your heart, the spark of your soul, is eternal. just as you are. Enjoy a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Choose the energy you want to connect with right here, right now. Research and connect with the evidence of your own vitality as you wiggle your toes and your fingers. The responsiveness of your body, your mind, your heart and soul coming together. Find any movement that serves you and supports you. And then we'll roll to one side. And then roll up into the comfort of your seat. The seat that supports you and serves you and awakens you. It's why I've had her in my room with me lately, but my sweetheart let her out. So thank yourself for choosing to engage with a narrative, a narration, an expression, I'm not even going to talk over her, of your light. And so we see the light together. Namaste. That we choose the expression of our own vitality, that we awaken to the energy of our true nature, and we discover through practices like yoga the way we can weave together. And in the way I teach soul flow yoga is that we have moments of great intensity and struggle, and we wonder if our quads can hold out, and we have moments where we rest and we restore, and we wonder if we'll ever get up and move again. This is the dance of life. So we choose the narration, we choose the story, we show up again and again, and we respect the light of our own essence. And when we respect the light of our own essence and we make it a priority, then we rise. We rise up into this great expression of humanity, and we rise up with the ability to choose well, to choose intentionally, to choose to live for the song of our soul. And just as the Bhagavad Gita reminds us, there is lightness and there is dark, and we will have to fight even those that we love, but we fight for love. Sorry, I got a little passionate. So I hope you find the passion in your own heart to continue to realize and remember that we're all in this together. All of us. There is nobody, even all the monks who live in the caves, who are chanting for each and every one of us. They're chanting for us. For every priest that's in the monastery that's praying for all of us. There is no one who is free from living without being what? Connected to each other. So, from the spark of my heart, straight from that inner spark to the inner spark within you, I thank you all, whether you're live, whether you're replay, whether you're confused, whether you're misdirected. Time is moving really quickly right now. It will start to slow down very, very soon. And so socialize with the parts of yourself that you're really hungry to love and adore and enjoy. It's a brilliant day, and I will be here Tuesday. And tune in to you. Thank you all for being who you are, just as you are. It really matters. Ciao.